radio. Just gonna do a quick game recap of what all transpired within the last 24 hours. We lost, of course, but it's not about winning or losing. What I took away from the game is what I saw out there was Zeke the Freak. Zeke the Freak, he's ready, he's out there, he's live, he's running, he can catch the edge. There's so many things that I like what I saw with my eyes. Now, although Tony Romo, man, when he went down, I said, God, Lord, this guy must be as soft as a wet baby falling out of a mother's hand into a land of razor sharp knives or something like that, because he cannot stay healthy. But the reports said that he's okay. He's getting everything back into motions and everything of that nature. So I'm just waiting for 9/11 to hit so we can play those Giants there for the game opening. Now the eye opening of that is that the Giants got a great front defense. So it's not going to be a cakewalk. It's not like he's going to play like some Rudy Poo team and be able to be out there. But another thing that I saw without Dez, I saw the fact that Dak Prescott went in. He showed his veteran leadership. He showed his sass, his poise, his tenacity. He showed his willing to just get out there and play. Those are things that, like I say, you cannot coach those things, man. Those are things that they just come out of the blue and say, hey, this guy can get out there and play. Outside of that, another thing that I saw out there, like Zeke, when he got to the outside, when he was able to catch that corner and rub that corner and get to the outside, my God, man. And he's not even, I think, and when you're coming off a hamstring injury, he's not 100% ready right now, but man, I would put him at 92, maybe 80, maybe 85, or 85 to 92% ready. But that goes to show you, man, that this guy is out here. He's ready to get the game going in the right direction. Outside of that, I just love what I seen with the game. With the first half, although we get the bad stench of the defense, but our defense held them to 7 or 10 points in the first half. So there's so many things that with that you can just say, So as we look back over everything, it's just things that we got to be able to understand. And I just love the way our team is gelling. Although like I said, we lost the game, there's more to it than what our mind can fathom. I really think, and I'm hoping, that Jason Garrett can get this team going in the right direction. It's time. It's like all of the stars are all aligned, all in one, that we need to get this guy a championship ring, because it would be such a great story to tell someone. You got this backup quarterback who stepped into the gaps when Troy Aikman was down, and now he's coaching the America's team, and he's able to push this team and elevate them to another level of winning the Super Bowl. That's what I'm passionate about. That's what I want to see with Garrett, because he's the type of guy that's a gentleman, man. That's not a saying like he's a leader of men, but he's the guy that deserve, if you ever get a chance to meet him, man, you would say, man, Jason Garrett, man, for sure you won't catch him doing anything wrong. He's just a good morals guy. We need more people like that in this world. Outside of that, T Will, you got to catch the ball, man. I'm just flipping everywhere, until this channel grow. It seems like I'm speaking to myself, me going live and this sort of thing. But hopefully somebody out there can understand what I'm talking about when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys and their whole, just coming from Jason Garrett all the way until now, his mannerism, his poise, his way of just learning through the gaps. Now we can argue and say, yeah, the guy is a horrible coach, but he's just an unexperienced coach. So those are things that down the line we done went through all of the bad aches, the trials and tribulations. Now it's time for us to be able to get this guy going with some wins, and you will see if the Cowboys are able to go, like, let's say, if possible, 11-5 or 12-4, 13-3 this year, he's going to win Coach of the Year. Jerry Jones is going to win. What is that? What do they call that? Manager of the Year or Front Office of the Year. They're going to give all these awards to him, and if we can just stay off the spotlight and just have these things formidable going in the right direction as far as that, then you will see more. You'll see more out there happening. You'll see more out there going in the right situation with the team and everything. But there's so many things out there that I would like to talk about. Now, as far as let me just go back to the game. I know I'm just ruminating, jumping everywhere. But the game itself, the Dallas Cowboys game, the Seattle Seahawks versus the Dallas Cowboys, really, if you look at it, and I posted the video earlier in my first channel there, you will see that our first team defense was balling in the sense of we knowing that Crawford was not in the line, right? We know for sure that number 94, I hate to say his name, number 94 is not out there, and we know for sure that Scandrick didn't play a full round, and we was able to stay head to head with them, and those are things that's remarkable. I do know that when Tony went down, the philosophy of us holding the ball to that last second went away. And if the Cowboys ever go with the read option type of run, pass plays, and this sort of thing, look out. Just look out, man. That's something that's going to be able to push this team to that next phase. It's kind of like more of a new school or a new flavor or a new style of type of way of playing football. And well, not new in the sense of like, man, this is the first team to do it, but the trend, we are finally following the trend. Not that statue of a quarterback sitting back in the pocket, and reach the field and don't really go to, just methodically passing the ball down the field. I'm talking about what Russell Wilson did, knowing how to elude and escape from the pocket, escape from the pressure, and still able to pass the ball down the field. That's what Dak Prescott brings to the team. Kind of like what Aaron Rodgers does, right? He's still elusive, baby. Escape from the pocket, get skinny in some forms of pressure, and know how to feel his way throughout the game and sneak out. Those are things that you just can't buy, with any type of money. You're just getting some good play, here and there. Outside of that, there's another thing that I like to say. As it relates to just the Cowboys in general, pressure from our defensive end is going to come. I think what we was doing within that third preseason game is just to see the formality of everything. Could you imagine if the first team was to play in the third and the fourth quarter? Maybe they would have chipped away at the offensive line, and create pressure, because these guys, these Hogs, the Thornton of the worlds, and the other defensive, just the defensive tackles, they are hammering into the inside. and pretty much so they couldn't do it in this particular game front because of the elusiveness of Russell Wilson, and it was pretty much in the second half Russell Wilson versus Cowboys second and third string out there playing on the outside, but neither here nor there. What I like to see come 9/11, because really the fourth preseason game, you really just a tryout type of game. It's really no one's really, I would say, no one is really playing. They're just trying to stay healthy. So it's one of those games. If you do get a first stringer out there, they just pretty much wasting time. They're just trying to, well, not wasting time. Man, I'm just everywhere. They're pretty much just in the way of trying to figure out what this play can do. You know, trying to learn the small finite deals of that particular portion. Another thing that I would like to say here would be just in general man, that's my time. I really don't have any other thoughts for today. But outside of that, we talked about the running back. We talked about the wide receiver. We talked about the coaching staff and everything, of course. We talked about tight end play. Let me see. Formulating my thoughts, right? I think that I really think that Jason Witten is not of this world. I don't know how he was able to pluck that ball out of the sky. Literally jumped over the guy, grabbed the ball, and pulled it up, man. It's like he took a page out of Dez Bryant. And I'm just saying, that was like amazing, man, how he was able to just catch that ball and snatch it out of CJ Wright's hand. That's just stuff you can't make up. You just can't. You just can't coach, man. It's just natural Jason Witten-esque play. You would never think in 1,000 years that Jason Witten would have do that. Moused him, bossed him. You just can't make that stuff up, man. But that was like, I'm like, my goodness, man. He just snatched the ball clean off the guy's head, man. That was the deal right there. I was like, damn, and then the poise of Dak Prescott of able to just going out and throwing that ball in the first place. That I thought was like, okay, yeah, we see you, brother. But outside of that, man, I really love those points of the game. Also, I don't know where the team is going to go post Jason Witten. It seems like this guy is the Benjamin Button of football. He don't get tired. I don't think he get injured. I think he's a Weapon X, like a mutant or something. Professor X, Charles Xavier need to call this guy. Say, hey, what planet you from, or what type of mutant are you, man? I think he's Wolverine. He should be the old reliable Wolverine. He got rejuvenation skills, man, and don't make separation, but able to just turn real quick, and the ball is like right there, regardless of who throwing him the ball. He can just catch it. It's just the weirdest thing ever out there that I see, man. Outside of that, I just like, the guy just able to be available. They say all the time, the best ability is availability. So that guy, he's gonna be out there. As far as the who else we want to talk about, man, number 34, I made a video about confirmation. I still like him. I wish we can find a way to get him on the practice squad. I don't think he's going to make the team. I don't think Rod Smith is going to make the team. I don't think. So this is going to be hard, man. This is hard. Let me know, guys. Let me know down below who's going to make the team. Who's going to make the 53? Who's going to be pushed over to the 60? The practice squad. 53 on the team and 10 on the practice squad, or something like that. I think that's how it goes, or 7 on the practice squad. So who's going to be that person? I think that we're going to figure out a way to stash number 34. I think Derek McFadden, we're going to put him on injury reserve for the first 6 weeks. But you know what else I thought when I was sitting back watching the game? And now I'm glad things coming to me. I guess I needed some more of this confidence. Hold on, give me about a couple seconds. Whew. Whew, I drink my coffee black, no sugar, right? All right, so this is what got on my mind. This is what's on my mind right now. You take Ezekiel Elliott, right? Put him in his hand right here. You take Dunbar, you put him in his hand. You flex these guys to the outside, man. That's like excuse me. That's like a nightmare, man. I need to give me a cough button. That's what I need next. You need to give me a cough button. But you take those two and you flex them on the outside, right? I was like, man, when I saw the first play of the game when they took Ezekiel Elliott and they pushed him out to the outside, I can imagine if they had two running back sets out there. But you take this guy and you take Dunbar, you put him out to the outside, right? Then you all that play was done. People, it's so hard to see the formalities of that particular play. The formality was that the whole idea was to have Tony Romo. He's an engineer. He's a technician of the game, right? He knows what the defense was going to do as soon as they flex Ezekiel Elliott to the outside, and they had the other players on the other side. But I'm just looking down. I'm just seeing down into the future, right? But Romo was able to see what the defense was going to try to do. So he knew who was covering who, because you can't disguise that. You can't mask it. I wish they didn't show that in the preseason game, but I think they're practicing more of that with Dunbar down below. Man, that right there, man, that's something that's going to be amazing. Just imagine that. Or you flex Ezekiel Elliott to the outside, right? And you bring Dez down into the slot, and you can move. Man, I hate that Lucky dropped that pass, but you can put number 19 to run the go route, because I think he still run a sub 4-4, 4-3, whatever. You can put him on the outside and have Dez to the inside, and then you can have Ezekiel Elliott to rotate back under the center. Boy, I'm telling you, man, if you can just do that just 2 or 3 times out of a day, you're gonna get so much defensive coordinator scratching their head. But we didn't see a lot of that exotic stuff due to the fact that Tony Romo got injured or what have you. But man, if you can just do that, man, that'd be a plus. Outside of that, another thing would be. What would the Cowboys do when what the Cowboys will do on 9/11? If you can have Tony Romo healthy, right? Just hear me out. Tony Romo being healthy, and then you got number 19. He can play the 2 position. No, he's not gonna play the 2. One thing about Cowboys, we are very loyal. Even on the coaching staff, they're very loyal. So what's gonna happen here? Even with that, You got 3 wideouts. Of course, you can take Beasley off the field, but you got Dez, you got T. Will, and you got number 19 out there, and you can rotate Dez to the slot. And for sure, I know for sure that the chippiness and the roughness, how Zeke the Freak runs the ball, he's going to bring those safeties down into the box because they don't want to get played. They want to stop the run. And he's going to be like, man, okay. Now, that's the key. If he can stay healthy, if Romo can stay healthy. I'm tired of saying the if word. I wish I could just say, God, just take the injuries off. Take it off for this year. And let's see the Cowboys play. Man, that would be something amazing. That's been my time. I really thank you guys for yours. As the channel grow, I try to figure out more different ways to bring the attention out. This is me just trying live stream, and I think that I just know to just get out here and just try to relate what I'm trying to talk about and get that out faster. But outside of that, I'm still learning the way to do this type of live talking. Man, my shots out to any radio producers out there who know how to to grab attention, know how to put the word out and stuff like that. Shout out to y'all, man. I never knew you guys got to do this when you go live. You got to do that. You got to make sure your sound quality is there. You got to make sure this is there, and a whole bunch of stuff, man. The rate of internet speeds and all that stuff to be able to capture this. Man, there's so many things that goes into play that I never knew that it exist. I'm still trying to figure out how to have open phone lines so I can have somebody to call in. I might have to YouTube it, right? I might have to Google it and everything of that nature. That's what I'm gonna do today. Well, this weekend, I'm going to figure out how to get a phone number so everybody can call in, and I'm going to figure out how to draw a crowd and stuff like that so I can have back and forth. It's because it's a lot of dead air when you're trying to do a live show. And it seems like you're talking to yourself. Like, now you've seen a crazy guy walking down the street and he's just talking to himself. That's what I feel like right now. Without no views. I got 0 people viewing this channel right now, so it's kind of weird in a way. But hey, you got to try somewhere. You got to start off somewhere. But and I doubt if anybody even listens to this point. But that's been my time. I thank you guys for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. May God bless until I see you guys again. About them Cowboys. I'm out.